everyone, welcome back to another studio vlog. So something that I want to get back into is making stationery. I have not made stationery in a really long time, and I kind of just stopped making stationery because it was kind of burning me out, and it was successful, but at the same time it wasn't. However, that's just how it has been with a lot of the products I've made. So it's nothing new. So I would like to go back to making some stationery stuff, especially stuff like notebooks. I have bought stuff to make notebooks at the beginning of last year, and I tried to make them. They didn't turn out how I wanted. I had a talk with Pink Vivi's Illustrations when I was at the Quebec City Comic Con. It made me want to try making notebooks again, so I have bought some more supplies, but I'm still waiting for some of the supplies. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the design. I like to try something not too complicated at first to see how I still feel about it after making it. I'm thinking about doing like a small weekly planner, and then on the back maybe have notes, so make use of the front and back. But yeah, we're gonna go with something like that, like something not too big, like maybe this big that just sits on your desk. This past weekend I did try to make a notebook. It's a gift for my father-in-law. I'll show it to y'all in a little bit, but I was just trying to refresh my memory on how to use the mini cinch, and it's a very stress-free because the notebook doesn't have to be perfect. Like, my father-in-law is not going to care that it's not perfect as long as it serves its purpose. And let me show y'all what I ended up doing. Here's the front of the notebook. This is supposed to be the back of a playing card, and I think it's really neat. If I was going to design the back of a playing card, how would it look like? We have all the shapes for the cards in here somewhere, and I just literally did whatever I want, stress-free. And then on the inside I have a portrait of my father-in-law. But yeah, I drew him as a Joker. The Joker is a very valuable card in this game that we play with them sometimes called golf. It gives you -3 points, and in golf you want to have the least amount of points. And inside I just have the sheets of the same thing. This is like a scoreboard. Each round that we play is 9 rounds. I think there's usually 18 rounds, but we just play 9 rounds. And this is for the name of the people who's shuffling, then the name of the place here, and then the total here. So it's very, very simple, all the same. It's not perfect at all. As you can see here, it got hole punched here at the top, so several of the papers are like that, and even the back cover is like that. But I wasn't too stressed about it because my father-in-law is not going to care because it's going to serve its purpose. So it was a lot of fun to make this without a lot of worries. And of course, sometimes as a perfectionist, as some small business owners tend to be, something that really bothered me was how, you know, the paper is just not aligned. But then it is a ring binder like this. So of course the papers are going to be at different heights. And so then I remember when I was making these, the first time was just to make the back and front covers a little bit bigger. Because if you look at store-bought notebooks, for example, like this 5-star notebook, it's exactly the same. Like, the papers are hanging out of it. So one of the things I'm just going to do to cover that up a little bit better is maybe make the front and back covers a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm not going to let that stress me out too much. In the inside cover, I just have my logo here. I did a few quick sketches to see if there was anything I liked, and there's some that I do like, but I want to keep it simple at first. Here I had a breakfast theme, and then a space theme with Mooncat or Starcat, floral friends, so Captain Froggo, Jackie, and Mushroom Cut with flowers and bees, books and stars, a beach theme, hills and the sun and the moon, Magical Froggo, which I really like, but I want to save it for the future or the next design if I end up really liking doing this stuff. And here I had drawn them, and I didn't really do anything with them, and then my husband said it looked like they had their back towards us and they were watching something. So I just did this for now. Like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that if I ever use it. And here I just drew some vines, flowers, bees. And then here, pretty much going back to the card theme that I did for my father-in-law's Christmas gift, but it's my characters as the Joker, the Queen, the King, and the Jack. And I think I'm going to go with this because I'm still very much in the card theme thing, and it's something different that I haven't done before. And then for the design for the back of the card, I'll just do something different. And here on this desk, I have my mess from making my father-in-law's Christmas gift. I also bought new laminating pouches. There's 200 in this pack because if I'm going to be serious about making notebooks, I have to have these pouches. And if I don't end up using them for that, they have other purposes. Also have gold ring binders. It was a lot of fun using this again. Like, I remembered quite a bit, but I had to do a refresher on YouTube. Yesterday I finished drawing the characters that I'm going to use for this project. We have Mushroom Cotton as the Queen of Clubs. It has a wand with a club on it and a fancy cloak. Then we have Jamie as the Joker, a very similar outfit to the outfit I made for my father-in-law. And he is holding a card with the spade on it. And then we have Jackie as the Jack. It makes a lot of sense. Jack of Diamonds. And I didn't really notice because I don't look at the cards that often, but the Jack has an axe. So I did have Jackie holding an axe. And then I thought it was like a little bit too much, so I just changed it to a flower. Then we have Captain Froggle as the King of Hearts. This is going to be part of the front cover. And I also need to do a little bit more of a design. I don't want to do too much, but we'll see what I end up doing. The size of this canvas is 1/3 of a sheet of paper. So my plan is to fit all the days of the week on here. So it's going to be a smaller planner. And then on the back, I'm trying to decide when you turn it back, how do I want it to be for notes? Do I want it to be long ways like this? or just keep it sideways like this, because that's how the design is and how the layout is going to be. But I feel like it's just more convenient if it's long ways like this, because then you will have the spiral on the right side, and I feel like that's going to be annoying to write on if the spiral is down here. Actually, I think I'm going to figure out what's going to go up here, or a background or something. Then I'm going to go figure out the layout for the days of the week and the notes. It's Monday, December 8th. I need to wrap up this vlog. I have been behind on schedule. I haven't really kept to a schedule like I have before, so I'm just kind of doing these vlogs all over the place for now, so I hope y'all don't mind. I'm trying not to pressure myself into having to film all the time, because it kind of unmotivates me from doing it. So I'm just filming whenever I feel like it, and then when I'm up to doing it how I used to do it, I'll just do it like that again. What has happened since I did the artwork that y'all saw previously? This past weekend on Saturday, we went to a Japanese winter market. A friend of ours told us about it, and I was super excited about it. I know that the group that organized this market also does a similar thing in the summer at the same place. I was kind of worried though, because the venue is small. It is a very, very beautiful location, beautiful view of things, especially during the summer when all the ducks and wildlife is all around you. But the space inside is really small, and it was crowded already during the summer. Yeah, it was really, really crowded. I am very, very happy that we went near opening. We had planned to possibly go in the afternoon so that another group of our friends could join us, but we decided to go earlier, and that was the best idea ever. There was already a line when we went there, but it wasn't too bad, and it didn't take us too long to get inside. But we got inside, there was literally almost no space to move. I feel bad for the vendors who are in front of the door, because I feel like most people just wanted to try to get in and get out, and I couldn't really see everything that easily. So I'm hoping next year, if they do these events again, that they consider a bigger location. I read that some people waited for 45 minutes before they could even get in, and then unfortunately there were people who didn't get to go in at all. It was also very good for them. At least the organizers know that it was a very successful event. And then when we came out, the line probably triple, quadruple in size, and people were all the way down, all the way to the side on the sidewalk, and it was just insane. Like, it's amazing how many people they were able to get to come in. So I hope that the vendors were able to profit, because there were not that many vendors. I ended up buying this super cute Japanese dessert in the shape of a rabbit. My husband loves rabbits, so that was the choice that we had to go with. So it was nice to try and taste that dessert. Also, I finished planning out everything for the planner that I started, so let me show y'all how that looks like. Here I have the design that's going to be the front cover. I had a lot of fun just randomly doodling it, but it was just a lot of fun. There's like no pressure, just doodle things and figure it out. So we have the flower here, and then the card shapes here. Then on the corners here, I have everything that my characters are holding. So the sword, the spade, the flower, and the club staff. Shapes here again randomly everywhere. A card with the heart and another heart. and so on. So it's very random, but I really like how it looks like. So when you open the cover up, you will see the characters, which I think would be really cool, be fun. Because it's a weekly planner, I had to figure out how the days of the week is gonna be. I don't know if I want to write the days of the week, because I know some people like to start with Sunday, and then some people like to start with Monday. But if I did it, I would start with Monday. But the sides here, I'm planning to cut because I want the paper here to be a little bit smaller than the cover, so it goes in nicely. There's the back with extra notes, and it would be long ways like this. So I don't know how inconvenient that is. If y'all think it'd be better like this instead, let me know. That'll be it for this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye!